Now, you can see me back there. He peeks out, dead on me. He doesn't even see me and just... Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Time is But a Window. Now recently I had a game where I played against someone who was incredibly suspicious. Alright, so at the beginning of this game you can see that the other team is saying, we got a cheater, sorry guys. A couple of these guys had played against this player before and believed he was cheating. Now the weirdest thing about him when I first looked was all of a sudden you saw these commendations. We got 15,000. Yes, I know that there are technically services that you can pay for that'll increase those numbers. It doesn't necessarily mean you're cheating. It just means you're cheating at getting commendations. Speaking of services, here's a word from this video's sponsor. If you want to sell your skins quickly, safely, and easily, then check out SellYourSkins.com. Sell Your Skins is rated a 4.5 on Trustpilot by over 165,000 users. Talk about being trusted. The link is in the description below. They offer higher prices than other cash-out sites. And you can get paid through PayPal, Revolt, Bank Transfer, and other various methods. You can also receive up to 5% more cash through the site ranking system. If you use the link in the description and promo code TIMES, you will get an extra 5% as well. That's SellYourSkins.com. We were a little suspicious of this guy right off the bat because the other team had said that. And if you want to get into the other team's head, that is one way to get into the other team's head for sure. So K pushes up over here, takes a couple shots, didn't quite connect. Peeks out, and he does finish off Snow right there. Now, commendations don't necessarily mean someone's cheating, but it usually is a pretty good sign if they're that high that someone probably is. It's a really nice shot onto Inheritance right there, and last guy, easy shot, one tap, nothing too suspicious so far, honestly. Now he's got an M4. Everyone's pushing their way over here through cave, able to spray down two guys. Didn't like early transfer or continue to hold down or anything like that. And he gets another kill right there. So as you can see, the terrorists already have this in their head, and because of that, the game's pretty much already over, regardless if K is actually cheating. Now it's true, it is a bad idea to go into a game and just start looking at everyone and assuming they're cheating based on either really good aim ratings in Leadify, or maybe just, you know, high commendations in this case. The one thing is, if you psych yourself out before the game even begins and you start to play different, you're going to screw yourself over in the long run. Alright, let's go back. I know I've been talking a lot about random crap. I'm going to go back to the game. You can see he gets destroyed right there. Didn't seem too aware of anything. One guy has pushed up. He hears the footsteps, peeks out, does half damage. I am not too impressed with K here. He is going to take down one guy here. Snow goes down. Just kind of sprayed him down. Was holding a passive angle. Again, nothing too suspicious about that. And I really think the truth is that we were just playing really stupid because we were worried that this guy was cheating. Because his commendations were high and everyone said that he was cheating. Now, if this guy is cheating, he's definitely trying to hide it. And it's going to be hard to see him slip up. Here is one of the cases where he seems to stare at the enemy through the wall. Alright, so let's watch that second kill again. Did it look like he knew the guy was coming up from the left side here? He's pushing up over here, looking over here on the right. Does he adjust his crosshair? No, not really. He doesn't adjust his crosshair or anything like that. Here's footsteps. And that's why he turns around there. Footsteps up close here, one guy on the other side. And he's looking. This is all pretty standard. This was, to me, the shadiest shot of the game. I mean, the way that he pre-lined me up, obviously I'm at the angle. So he did see the guy at the right corner. He doesn't know if the guy is supposedly crossed, if he's not cheating, right? Now, you can see me back there. He peeks out, dead on me. He doesn't even see me and just pre-fires it. That's a little shady. A little shady. Alright, sprays down acid. Alright, so here he's trying to go for a retake on A. I'm one of the last two guys alive. I peek out, take him down. Did not look like he expected over here towards spawn. Has a deagle. Does spot me out. And just sits here crouched with the deagle. Feel like that's just a little awkward. A little awkward. Does he really think he's just going to hit the one dig while crouched? Feels like lacking experience for such a high level game. 28k, almost 29k. Shot from behind, turns around, spots a guy, tags him once in the body. Did he get a headshot with that? He did so much damage. And that he did definitely. Another little thing to notice here is how he adjusts his crosshair to head height right as the guy's about to peek out. He's kind of hugging in the corner. And he can't even finish me off. I mean, there are a lot of instances here where you just look at him and you're just like, doesn't seem to be playing all that well. Look kind of suspicious. Now that game was pretty quick, and because of that, there aren't a lot of shady clips, though there are a couple shady moments. But I feel like we might need more evidence than that to say that this guy is definitely cheating, regardless of his ridiculously high commends. Which brings us to the next demo. We are going to be looking at Anubis here, and he played out of his mind this game. As you can see, it starts off, and he's not doing too well. His aim was definitely not on target. And he got absolutely annihilated there. Here we got the second round, and once again, just absolutely obliterated. That's just it. You got to keep a game like this close if someone is cheating at this level, because chances are they aren't blatant. Chances are they are closet cheating. And this other team started off winning this game. All right, so here we are in mid, and he just kind of comes out with this guy crossing over to the left side. Really good timing on that. One more guy over here in A, making his way over here towards A. And he's just going to flank up behind him. Of course, that could have been spotted out by his teammate. Nothing too strange about that. Full-on rush over here. He heard it happening, so he's just going to stand over here and start spraying them down. Smoke off the wall. But the guy up close here, the way that he expected that was a little strange. We'll watch it one more time. All right, so let's watch it one more time. Throws that smoke, peeks out. Not quite enough to see the first guy. Enough to kind of jiggle him. And then he peeks out towards him. But when he peeks out wide enough for this pillar right back here, when he's supposed to be peeking these angles, he doesn't even check it. You go with that AWP, holds the right side, sees a guy, gets a kill, peeks back out. Nothing too strange about this. Spams into the smoke. All standard stuff here. This was just embarrassing. Like, what the heck was going on here? Neither one of them could shoot each other. All right, peeks out. Look at how he peeked out towards the wall. Okay, watch this peek. Okay, he saw the angle, he had the angle, and then he decides to move over to the right. Incredibly fast reactions right there. Maybe just because he got flashed, he saw the flash coming, he just clicked. And check this out, he knows that this guy's going to come right back. Let's watch this round one more time. I just think this one shows a lot of evidence here. Gets the blind kill. We'll give him that. We'll say that flash was coming over, so he just took the shot. Peeks out, gets a second guy here. Posts up middle without any smoke in middle. He knows at least one guy's water. Maybe he knows two because of his teammate, but he saw two here. And then this guy could come up, but instead he goes back down. All right, making his way over here towards the B site. Teammate takes one of them down. One guy on the pillar. Watches the left side of that. Again, like, he's pre-aiming these guys before they actually come out. So he's holding the right-hand side. There is one guy on the left side. He just knows he's there. Throws a nade over there. Does a little bit of damage. Still holding the angle. Peeks out towards him. Good timing on the peek. Watch that mid pick one more time. Notice how he waits for that guy to actually move out into the open and then peeks out on him as if he knows he's there through the wall. Now there are three guys rushing over here into the A site, so he's going to rotate over. His teammates called that. Holding the angle up top. He's ready for the guy up top. Ready, not even concerned about the bottom. And now we got MAC-10 up close here, but the nade comes in and takes him out. Alright, so here we have another round. Once again with the AWP. Look at how he just follows them right through the wall. We get one guy in mid, one more guy on the right-hand side, and he's ready for him. He's waiting. Keeps looking to the left, but he's pretty suspicious of that right side. There's two guys. One could peek, the other guy, you know. Still peek the guy that peeked out first. Alright, pushing his way up over here towards T spawn. There is one guy right there. Peeks the off angle and gets the kill. Let's watch it again. Let's hear what we hear. You hear the footsteps. You heard him go back towards the spawn. You don't hear him coming back. Such a good peek on that guy. Such a good peek on that off angle. Like, he doesn't over peek it at all. He peeks it just absolutely perfectly, as if he knows exactly where this guy is. Look at that. Just so clean. So clean. Now, check this out and think about it from a logical perspective. He checks over here towards stairs. He doesn't see any shadow. He doesn't see anything. Makes his way over here. This is mid, by the way, mid connector. Now, the bomb was down. This last guy picked up the bomb, and he predicts this guy's positioning so well. He looks back over there towards stairs, comes back over here, looks over towards door, and then instead of going anywhere else, he just seems to know this guy's going to come from mid. It takes him down. Yes, he hit it well by looking everywhere and checking everything. Alright, making his way over here towards middle. There are two guys on the right-hand side. No utility's been thrown from the right, but he's pretty sure that there's a guy over there, so he nades it. Remember last time he actually naded to the left, and this time he got utility from the left, but he decides to nade to the right anyways, and he was also ready for that second guy to peek out on him after he killed the first guy. Now here's the footsteps of this guy going water. It's smoked off, so he can't really see, but he's, I guess, going to push behind him. This guy does stop. Look at how he peeks this. So let's watch this one more time. You can see that K is flanking here. K probably makes some noise. This guy turns around. But look at how he knows about that guy's angle. He's over to the left and everything. He knows that this guy is set up for him, and he comes out expecting. Now we got two guys left. One guy on the right. He's able to spray him down. But again, you can see that he knows where this guy is even before he spots him out. He's able to take him down. And then we got one guy over there to the left. Behind the bomb plant pillar thing, whatever you want to call it. Fake's going to the right with his teammate, comes around the left side and is able to take him down. Again, not a doubt in his mind, even before that last guy shoots, where this guy is. Guys, I just want to point out with my mouse cursor all the areas this guy could literally be. Could be over here to the left, okay? Could be behind this wall over here to the left. Could be up here in heaven on the right-hand side. Could be right here. Doesn't check that. Right over here. He just knows. He absolutely knows where this guy is. Alright, so here's another weird pistol round. I saw this and it was just... He dinks this guy, but he doesn't want to chase and get the kill. Instead he's going to clear out, push forward. His teammates go down to that guy, by the way. Alright, nothing on pistol round really. He hears footsteps over here to his right, peeks out, and gets a flashbang. Almost looks like... He reacted to that very, very quickly. Alright, one guy on the right-hand side. One guy pushed up over here. This guy's shooting at his teammates. He's going to spray him down. God, he is terrible. How does he do so well? Alright, one guy is in the smoke. Well, technically both guys are behind the smokes. Peeks out on this guy right as he pushes through. And not only that, it's another situation where he peeks the off angle. Alright guys, let's watch this round one more time. Flashbang comes in. He reacts super, super quick to the flashbang. One guy on the right-hand side over here at E-Box. Does check it out, but doesn't really go all the way in. Here's this guy spamming. Peeks out and completely fails the spray. There's another guy, E-Box. Teammate has control of that though. Doesn't have to worry about watching over here towards the smoke a little bit. But then decides to go over here towards water and check it. Makes sense. Check water, why not? Maybe this guy pushed up on it. Doesn't see anyone. Spams randomly. Kind of looks at these guys through the smoke and then peeks the off angle and gets annihilated. And just so you guys can take notice of exactly how fast this guy turned away from that flash, he starts turning the pixel that it's on his screen. Alright, on this round, him and his team go for an A take. Let's see if he knows where to look. There's one guy heaven. He actually comes out looking towards heaven this time. One guy broken wall. Plants that bomb. One guy's holding... Oh, that guy got taken down by his teammate. And look at how he comes out right on him. I mean, this guy does kill his teammate, but look at how he comes out on him. It's like he knows. He just literally lines him up through the wall and peeks out on him. We'll watch it just one more time so you guys can really see this. Okay, so this guy right here, look, he aims on him through the wall first, peeks out. Alright, one guy in middle pushing, and he's ready for it. He's ready. Alright, we got one guy up close here by the smoke. And look at how he's watching him through the smoke. Another guy over here to the right. I don't know why I put it on slow motion for this, but I just want to make sure everyone sees. He's watching the left side of that smoke. He knows he's pushing through. And then here, he pushes through the smoke, gets behind the pillar, and peeks out from the right side. Alright, so on this round, this is the last round by the way, 2 guys pushing up B, spotted out by his teammates, and he's kind of spamming the corner, gonna throw a nade off the wall. 1 guy up top left. He did hear where this guy is, so it's not too strange. His teammate's going in for the knife. Now there is 1 more guy in sight. Keep in mind his teammate just came from over here. And he peeks this guy perfectly. Watch this. Why? Why would he peek that angle after killing the 2 guys that are aggressive? Alright, we'll watch it one more time in slow motion. And you can clearly see he's not going for a peek in sight. He's literally just peeking this guy. And I believe he thinks that LRD is cheating. LRD did kill his teammate, kind of running around with a scout. So I think that's why we always see him doing blatant stuff against this one guy in particular. So as you guys can see, while he is legit hacking, K is definitely cheating, and because of that, I'm going to put a link to his profile in the description below so you can go and report him. I hope you find this video helpful and it helps you avoid cheaters in the future.